The internet solving this faster than the actual police. I ain't heard no police reports, but I keep seeing updates, so we finna see, man. They talking about they done identified the shooter. The THF Zoo shooter. Hold on. We gotta get through this.
Oh, but I know what I've been through. Now, before we get into this video, make sure you check us out on Patreon at www.patreon.com.
THF Zoo be looking, he was looking like a bigger dude. He really not as like cock diesel as you would think. He looked bigger though.
/hookah anonymous _
He's not really that cock diesel.
Telling us to create one for the longest, so we recently created a community where we will upload videos that we can't share on YouTube due to their guidelines. We'll also be dropping the latest THF first, behind the scenes information that you wouldn't find anywhere else on our socials. So make sure you become a member, and after you do that, head over to our official Instagram page at hookah anonymous _ and follow us there. Now without further ado, let's get into what you guys came here to see. Now, grand opening, grand closing. And please don't get on here and say nobody's being police, because we didn't post it and it's already all over social media. Now these days, as I always tell y'all, it don't pay to be in the street, because this is not the 80s or the 90s. With all the technology out there these days, whether it's shot spotters, license plate readers, ring cameras, surveillance cameras, people cooperating, it just makes no sense to do a crime, because 9 times out of 10, you're going to be caught. And oh yeah, not to mention the ultimate crime solver of them all, social media. Now it comes to a time where you have to ask yourself, is it considered snitching, or are these guys just moving way too sloppy? And honestly, I think it's the sloppy part. You either want someone so bad that you're willing to deal with the consequences and you expect it, or you move smart. It seems like these guys rather just deal with the consequences for whatever reason. Because if you ask me, Bayzoo shooting had to be a hit due to how everything went down. These guys literally risked their freedom, knowing that it's a huge possibility everything will be caught on camera, being that this all happened in the
caught on camera for broad daylight, caught on camera. They can probably trace your car and place back to see where you first, you know what I'm saying, got in the car, out the car, probably can see some CCTV of you coming out your house. You probably done called and text somebody, which was probably, you know what I'm saying, not a good decision, but you probably still decided to call and text somebody. You probably got an okay from somebody, something, you know, like it was gonna happen regardless.
With multiple establishments are placed.
Quick stuff like this.
Worse, a suspect who I'm sure is just a matter of time was already identified thanks to social media detectives. Now, whether it's really him or not, it's a very interesting comparison, seeing as though one of the suspects who shot Bayzoo happens to have on the same clothes on his Instagram. Not to mention, he's affiliated with another man who lost his life, giving motive as to why they would want something done to Bayzoo.
You finna go do a hit, man. Rule of if it, bro. First of all, you're not supposed, bro. Don't go to Instagram. Go to Instagram and see if you wore this fit already. Go to Instagram. Go to Instagram. Go to all your social medias. Have I ever put this fit on together and then don't wear that? Matter of fact, go get you some new clothes. Go wear somebody else's clothes. You know what I'm saying?
In
like,
the first place, but we'll get to that later.
I don't get it.
Now, I don't know what's going on, but this is the second person who was pointed out in the shooting death due to the clothes they were wearing when they were caught on surveillance. Just a few weeks ago, the man who shot and unalived No Limit J-Dog was identified by police not only because he was caught on surveillance, but he also had a hat on that made it easier for police to point him out because he wore that same exact hat in the commission of a separate crime before that one. Crazy. And now
I ain't never watched none of that video stuff, but I know about it though, man.
Social media had pointed out wearing the same exact outfit during the shooting in the picture. Now, we're not going to say any names, but if you know, then you know. Here's a comparison of the pictures. One is a picture of the man during the shooting, and the other is a picture of that same man in one of his social media posts. Now, literally, the same Nike Tech outfit, it seems like, as well as the Jordans. Now, we could be wrong, and everyone else that made the same comparison, but y'all let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. Now, here's why everyone is pointing fingers at this individual. According to social media, he reps a gang called BVC. Quick backstory. After watches were taken from a certain rapper affiliated with Lil Durk while he was asleep, according to him, there was a bunch of rumors saying that he was robbed, but he said that those rumors were false. THF members were blamed for taking the watch, but it was never 100% confirmed. That's until a THF member named TP was shot and unalive in front of his kid and baby mother. From the outside looking in, everyone pointing fingers at 051 due to the back and forth between the two that's been going on forever, but the people closest to the situation would say different. Many believe that BVC member Man was the one who allegedly unalived TP. We're unsure of the motive, but it's claimed to be due to the Watt situation concerning that same rapper that was affiliated with Lil Durk. Although we don't know what TP had to do with the situation, it seemed like he was just guilty by association.
That's how I feel like. That's how I feel like the Zoo situation is too. I said that in the video where we was watching yesterday, bro. I'm like, bro, I honestly don't think Zoo got too much to do with this. I think he's, like you said, guilty by association. He's a face. They trying to get faces up out of here, and I believe that same rapper just lost somebody recently. Like it's crazy out here, bro.
Rap THF. Now,
bro, anybody watching this, I am merely a reactor. I have no dog in the fight. You know what I'm saying? I'm not affiliated with nobody. I'm just watching.
Same person who was accused of taking TP's life will lose his life.
I'm a fan of everybody.
According to Chicago Sun-Times, it say, quote, 2 men were unalived in the shooting Tuesday in Grand Crossing on the south side. Antonio Rogers and Taiwan D. Washington were traveling north in a blue sedan about 3:20 p.m. in the 6800 block of South State Street when someone in the silver car fired shots, Chicago police said. Rogers, 30, suffered gunshot wounds to his head and body, while Washington, 22, was shot in his head and neck. Both were taken to University of Chicago Medical Center, where they were pronounced deceased. Now, after the death of Bayzoo was announced, many people from out west was posting Lil Deuce and BVC Man. This is where the theory comes from, that his shooting may have
been... why are y'all doing that, bro? Why, bro? Why? Everybody want to claim hits, but like, I don't understand why people don't learn from the past, bro. Like, what? Is that just not a thing anymore? We don't learn from past mistakes? Why? Like, why? I can't even formulate it anymore. Why would you go on Instagram and do that? And if I was a person that did it, which I'm not, I'm really just a reactor, but if I was the person that did it, bro, I would be mad that you just did that. Why are you posting me? Why are you posting out? Don't say no ting. Don't say nothing about me, bro.
Get back.
Bro.
One of them. But to be completely honest with y'all, no one really knows where it came from, I guess, unless you did it. Bayzoo is a well-known staple within the drill community, and it could have came from anywhere.
That's
Most
the sad
people are
part.
Going to say 051, clearly because they're known rivals and been beefing forever, but it can also be a situation where money was put on his head allegedly, therefore anyone is willing to take it. Now as for the picture, the man everyone pointing fingers at is a part of BVC. So they saying it was get back, or maybe it's just a coincidence, but he was pointed out as having involvement, they matched his clothes, and there's a motive. Then to make matters worse,
and the crazy part when he says he talking about internet police. He not even talking about the real police.
He himself deactivated his own Instagram, putting even more suspicion on him, even if no one was paying attention to it.
Facts.
So he basically self-incriminated himself, because even if it wasn't true, by him deactivating his Instagram, it's making him look suspicious, and that's where conspiracy charges start to come in. Once again, we're not pointing the fingers at anybody because we don't know who did what. But as I always tell y'all, social media is one hell of a weapon. They're solving crimes and pointing out suspects before police can even do so.
Literally.
Which is why we say it doesn't pay to commit crimes in 2025. Now, aside from all that, y'all, let's just say this. Clearly, as y'all can see, the drill stuff is all fun and cool, but ultimately, this is the end result. It's either a grave or a jail cell. Bayzoo was a father who almost made it to the age of 40. I'm sure he took care of others, so they will also be affected by his passing. Whenever one of these guys pass, it's more than just them losing their lives. Someone lost a son, someone lost a father, someone lost a husband, friend, relative, and so forth. I always encourage guys who live in that life, if you get a chance to get out, do so. Going back to your block.
It's crazy because both of them, him and 051 Melly, used to be on live trolling, doing all this stuff. Talking about each other, how they gonna do what they gonna do when they see each other, all type of stuff, you feel me? And now they both gone years apart, but they both gone, bro. Crazy, man. And what bro is saying, it's like it's playing out in front of us, bro. This street stuff only gonna lead you two places. 2 places, literally 2 places. Is this the real FBG Young in that? Durk gave all the guys his old clothes. Okay, but like I'm saying, bro, only the 2 places you see Durk in jail. See, a lot of them passed away in jail. Like, it's a cliche saying, but that's really how it be, man. That's why somebody like Keith, I applaud him, bro. He stayed far away from everything, and you see him, he not passed away or he not in jail.
I'm a fault with.
All you know is kick back, run up on me back, get back, 911. Somebody's son did die, we need police on dispatch. Let's take a nap, sipping on my cup, slide in the traffic, ride in the traffic, waiting on the traffic.